Hello, this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we are doing our very last lesson on geometry, and this is my challenge questions lesson. These questions are a little bit harder than what you'd be asked to do at this stage. So for those of you that have really mastered this topic, these questions are for you. And for those of you who just want to see what else is out there or what else we can do with these questions, then this might be interesting for you as well. So these would definitely be the harder type of questions that hopefully you won't get too many of in any tests that you have coming up. Okay, let's have a look at these, just 4 little questions today, just 4 challenge questions for you. So question number 1, we want to find the value of the pronumeral in each of the following giving reasons. Okay, so I have 2 straight lines here. These angles are going to be vertically opposite angles, so that doesn't sound too complicated. But what's different about this is that I'm actually going to be making an equation when I do that. So 3n minus 27 must be equal to the n plus 79. Okay, the 2 angles are equal. And I've made an equation here that has pronumerals on both sides. Now, hopefully you're familiar with these type of equations, so this will be a little bit of revision here on how to solve them. What I like to do is move the smaller pronumeral, which in this case is the n, and I want to collect it up with the other one on the other side. So to move it, I'm going to subtract n from both sides. That will cancel this one out. 3n minus n gives 2n minus 27, and on this side I still have the 79. Okay, now I need to move these numbers away from the n to get n by itself. So the first thing to move is the 27. I need to add 27 to move it to the opposite side. Okay, so I will get 79 plus 27 gives me 108. Oh, sorry, 106. Okay, then I divide by 2 to get my final answer of 53 degrees. Okay, and don't forget to give the reason. I used vertically opposite. Okay, n is equal to 53 because of vertically opposite. All right, let's have a look at question 2. I want to find the value of x. Now I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape here. I have a hexagon, but I'm actually looking on the inside of this shape. All these triangles here, it's been cut into triangles, and all these angles are the same and they're all x. So what I can do is add all of those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x. Now all of those angles are actually all around a point. So that 6x is actually going to be equal to 360 degrees. That's what angles at a point, the angles add to give 360 degrees. Okay, so that's, once you can recognize that, that's the hard part done. We just have to get x by itself, and we do that by dividing by 6, which will give me x is equal to 60 degrees, and the reason is angles at a point. Okay, so really some of these questions, they just look a bit tricky, but they're still using rules that we are familiar with. Question 3, we want to find the value of v. We have some parallel lines here, and we also have a triangle. What I can do is I could find this angle here in my triangle. I might give it a letter. Sometimes it helps to put your own letter next to something. I'm going to call that letter A. And if I find A first, then it will make it much easier to find V. So I can find A using the angle sum of the triangle. So angle sum is 180, subtract the 73, subtract the 68. So 180 minus 73 minus 68 is 39 degrees. Okay, now I need to give a reason for that. I've used angle sum of a triangle. Now using the parallel lines, that angle that I've just found is actually in a Z shape with the one that we're actually after, the V. That means that those angles are alternate. And V is going to be equal to A, which is 39 degrees, because of alternate angles. Okay, so I had to do 2 steps, but we were able to find the value of V. And last question, question 4. I want to find the value of K. Now, I don't know the value, well, I do know the value of this side here, which is 71. I don't know the value of that angle there. It looks like this triangle should be isosceles, but it's not marked that this side is the same as that. So I can't say that that's going to equal 71 necessarily. But we do know that this one and this one, we have an isosceles triangle going this way. So that means that this angle, which again, I should probably give it a label. I'll give it A. I do know that A is going to have to be equal to 36. Okay, A is equal to 36 degrees because of the isosceles triangle. They are both base angles of isosceles triangle. Okay, now if this one here is 36, I could use the whole big outside triangle here to do angle sum of the triangle. Okay, so K is going to be equal to 180 is the angle sum of my triangle. And if I subtract off this bit, and this bit, I'm left with K. So I subtract 36, subtract another 36, subtract 71. 180 minus 36 minus 36 and minus 71 equals 37 degrees. Okay, we need to give a reason for that. Angle sum of triangle. All right, that's it for my challenge questions today. Hopefully you're able to follow along and see that hopefully they're not as scary as they first seemed. So keep practicing and join me for my next topic. Bye.